Is there a God?
No.
Nothing.
No.
So at the end of things then, it's pull the plug, lights out, gone, finished.
Thank God.
Oh, don't say that. You have had such a fantastic, amazing, brilliant life.
I've had a weird life, and
but fantastic and amazing as well.
It's exhausting.
Yes.
But, you know, as I say, blessed oblivion. You know, thanks very much. Good night. And it is a great comfort to know there's nothing. And also, you examine it in your head and say, well, why wouldn't there be? You're an organic structure, a little more complex than a leaf or a blade of grass or a cow or something. But why would there be any difference? This just makes no sense. And I truly understand that the greatest intellects in the world, past, present, and in the future, will believe otherwise. But it just makes no sense to me, nor do I find a comfort in the idea of an afterlife in any sense, a piece of energy, a heaven. None of that comforts me. I mean, I spent an afternoon with the Dalai Lama in a monastery in Budapest. And, you know, I was challenging him on some of his ideas, and that, you know, who am I to challenge the Dalai Lama? Anyway, just curious, pub conversation. And, you know, I was being provocative and asking him unseemly questions, but, you know, we got to the usual. And I said, you know, why should I come back? I mean, it's such a limited human idea. You just keep going round until you get good enough to go to nirvana. And he said, well, that's too bad, Bob, you know, basically. And I said, but I don't want nirvana. I don't want it. You know, happiness is a human condition. So I said, I can't think of anything more boring than bliss. Where's the challenge, you know? And he said, well, you have to come back. You have to work through. He said, we might make an exception in your case. I said, thank you very much. And I said, but I don't want to come back as a fucking parrot or a wooden leg or something. It just seems so odd. The rhetoric of religion seems odd to me. The supreme being. What? Are we living in Star Wars? Oh, Lord. Lord? What is it, Lord of the Rings? Lord? You know, fuck off, Lord. You know, I mean, what is that? Lord, oh Lord God, you know, the language is so weird.
All right, come back to me. Chesterton, as you well know, said that when people give up believing in God, it's not that they believe in nothing, they believe in anything. So in place of that God hole in your life...
It's not a hole.
What takes the place of that in terms of a moral grounding in your life? I'm just asking you, what is the
Because
the
humans
bedrock
are, by definition, moral creatures for a very logical reason. We cannot exist unto ourselves. We need the help of others. Now, you can make an economic and political philosophy out of individualism, but the paradox of individualism is that it only works when we act in concert for the common good. That's the only way individualism can work. So, by definition, you're hardwired into understanding that damaging another human being so that they're not at full operable capacity damages you. And I guess from that stems an idea of morality. That's wrong. Okay? So that's what I think is in play. Now, then what's the purpose of life? Life itself. Real simple. I don't see why it's a conundrum. Wow,